Hello and welcome to the Amy
and Kyle
Adventures podcast, also known as the AKA podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about all things marriage, mental health, and the main event. You don't know the intro, the main event. What do we talk about the most?
Marriage.
Oh, I've already said that.
Cycling.
Yes.
What do we do again?
I'll leave the intro to me next time.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Not very brushed up here. If you can hear any crunches in the background, I'm really sorry, but we've just fed the dog and then realised it was a bad idea because he's got really crunchy food.
Or in Chester's eyes, a good idea.
Yeah, he was hungry. He was hangry and he was moping around. We were like, if we don't give him his food now, he's going to cry. So it's either him crying or him crunching. And we thought, let's have some happy crunches in the background. So sorry about that sound effect. This is the podcast where we just talk about how things have been going, an update on our cycling adventures. And for some reason, people want to listen to that. And my mum does listen.
I was surprised by
I don't think she did because she...
I got telling off.
You got told off by my mum.
I did. It was on a previous podcast where I said, I can't remember what it was. It was something to do with women's...
It was about women's time of the month and how women have got it harder than men.
Yeah, and I was just basically saying, I was saying it's not us men's fault.
Yeah.
But then she was like, excuse me, I didn't say that. I was like, yeah, I know.
So, hi Mum, if you're listening.
Hi Kate, I do apologise.
Mrs. Hudson.
Well, I'm her favourite son-in-law anyway.
She's only got one son-in-law, Kyle.
Well, technically, yeah.
Only one actual son-in-law.
Yeah.
The others aren't married in yet.
Legit.
Exactly. Anyway, to be honest, I'm just feeling fed up with the British weather.
It's relentless.
If you don't live in England, honestly, at the minute, I'm not joking, I don't think I've ever seen so much rain in my life. I've not seen a piece of blue sky for at least, I don't even know how long, but every day I look out the window and think, will there be even just, a metre of blue sky? Yeah. But it's thick cloud and rain. Every day, all day, taking Chester out in the rain. He's getting all muddy, wet. It's just miserable.
Perfect being a builder.
Yeah, luckily you've been doing woodwork, haven't you?
Luckily, I'm quite versatile and I've not been restricted to the brickwork or cement works, but it has been very dull.
Yeah, it's been horrid. And we went on to be fair, we had a bit of a disaster weekend, which you might have seen on the YouTube. We were meant to do our first organised Audax on Saturday, which is basically Long Distance Cycling Association. So we were meant to do a 200k. We got up at 6 a.m, like the night before, got everything ready, all the snacks out.
Raring to go.
Bikes ready, everything good. Got up early, got in the car because we had to drive there. And then there was just this massive crash on a dual carriageway and it was really bad. And the whole dual carriageway got shut basically and we just sat in traffic and missed it. So we had to come home and go on the turbo, which wasn't ideal. But silver lining, the weather was much better on Sunday and we did go on a 200k on our own instead.
Yeah, and that was actually quite pleasant.
Yeah. Oh, now Chester's having a drink, so...
Oh, he's lapping it up.
Bit of lapping background noise now. Sunday, speaking of the weather, it wasn't raining, only for the last hour.
Yeah, that's it, last hour did.
But I have never been on a ride where I've experienced so many diversions and not just that, floods.
Deep floods.
If you watch the video, we put it out last night, I have to cycle through a flood and I was not happy about it.
We did have a brief...
We had a marital dispute.
Not an altercation, that sounds awful.
You can see my face on the video because you video me coming through and I'm not happy.
She phoned me up and she was like...
I phoned him from the other side of the flood.
Because it was quite a long way away, the flood.
Well, it was a long flood and we were both stood one side of it and we'd already diverted round another flood. So we got to a flood, thought, right, we can't cycle through that, it's going to be too deep. So we'll do a diversion. Then there was another flood. So then the only option was we turn around and do a different route and go home or we go through it. And I looked at it and I thought, it's too deep. And I got too stressed. And I was like, well, what happens if we fall off? I'm really stressed about an injury happening before around the world because I don't want to get injured before that. I was like, if I fall off, break my elbow or just wobble off and my phone gets all wet and my camera gets broken just for the sake of going through this flood, I think we should just do a different route. But you didn't let me do that. You were like, no, we're going through. I didn't
let you finish that sentence either.
No, he just started going. He was like, no, I'm going through. And I was like, well, I'm not.
Well, I saw a car come through. It wasn't quite that bad. So I saw a car come through and I thought, do you know what? I can vaguely see the white line. If you can see the white line, it can't be that deep. But we both admitted there was one bit where some water was pushing sideways.
Yeah.
And it did give you a bit of a wobble.
Vaguely see the white line as generous. He went through basically saying, well, I'm going through. And I was like, oh, I'll just watch you go then. And as I watched you, I saw you wobbling around in the middle. And I was like, oh no, I can't go. And I was like, I can't do it. So you were at the other side of the flood and you couldn't even hear me if I shouted you. And I was just stood there I'm not going through that.
It was one of those incidents almost when,
It's a standoff.
while I was riding through it though, and I was thinking, I had that wobble. Every man's been in this situation, or every partner, where you're sort of hoping that you're going to be right. But that was one of them brief moments where I was a bit like, oh no, this is going to prove her right. And I was really hoping that I wouldn't.
If you fell off, I probably wouldn't have laughed because then your phone would have got broke. So then you were just stood the other side of the flood and I was like, Kyle, I was shouting out, I'm not coming through. And you were like, you've got to.
I just said, I've showed you can get through.
I was like, yeah, but you were wobbling all around. I'm going to wobble off because I'm not as confident. And then I was like, in my head, I was like, I've got to go through. I'm not going to cycle home. I really want to do the 200k. So I was like, just focus on the white line and pedal and pray there's no potholes.
Although I did see you go over the cobbled section.
I went on the white line at one point, which was very bumpy because it was really thick and like thick paint.
Yeah.
But I made it through with a very mardy face.
Yeah, well, I filmed you. And I thought she'll appreciate this later on, but she won't appreciate this now.
When I came through, I was like, Kyle, don't do that again.
And you did appreciate the video later on.
It was fun. And we can laugh about it now. But at the start of the ride, we had to walk through a flood because that was too deep. So our feet were drenched. It was just not ideal. But it's all good practice for around the world because we could have a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
And there's going to be situations where we're going to have to think on our feet and be sensible as well. Like if it was any deeper than that on around the world, there's no point risking cycling through. Like you would have to divert because you can't risk all your kit getting wet.
It's all right on the day.
Yeah, it's all right for a one-day ride, but on a multi-day ride, we'd probably be a bit more cautious. You don't want to wreck your bearings.
Oops. Bottom brackets.
I know what a bearing is now, in the bit in the wheel.
Correct.
In the hub.
In a circular...
Is it in the hub?
What?
Is it in the hub?
I believe there's like bearings in most moving parts.
But I was thinking about the hub bearings. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I like it. There's also other bits inside the hub.
What's it made up of?
There's like the pawls inside the hub, which is what, in your freewheel.
That makes the sound.
Yes, correct. It's where the little teeth are going to...
Yeah. Oh, would you rather... I just thought of a random one. Would you rather have a bike with a really loud hub or a really quiet one? I like a loud one.
I think a quiet one's a little bit boring, but it has to be a particular sound because you can get some
too
hubs
loud
that sound a bit... Without sounding snobby, you get some that sound cheap. Like really like...
Do you?
Yeah, like... People will understand what I mean, like almost like tinny or like...
What, they've got a
like
loud
a really
sound?
sharp...
They've got a loud sound on purpose.
Yeah, but then you get the nice, smooth sounding loud ones which sound nice.
I do quite like a loud hub, but my dad hates them.
Mm.
He hates a loud hub. Because remember when I got my new bike and we were riding, he was like, oh, that's loud, that is. It's really annoying. I was like, sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't like it. I like the sound. Like, you know, when you're in a group ride and you've got all the hubs making the sound downhill, I just really like that sound.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's quite common now, isn't it?
Yeah. I used to not like it when I switched from when I went from my Carrera, my first bike, to like my first... What was my first bike? I can't remember. It was my Canyon, wasn't it?
No, Focus, actually,
Focus,
which I ended up having.
That was too big for me.
Yeah.
And now I've upgraded to being sponsored by Pinarello somehow. But I remember switching from that bike to my first carbon bike, which was obviously more expensive. And it used to annoy me, the sound of my wheel. I remember me saying to you, oh, it's really noisy, it's really annoying, like it being quiet.
Yeah.
But now I like it. Anyway, that was our weekend. So we did get the 200k in eventually. And it was all good in the end, but we just about dried out. Sorry about that. Kyle's just pouring a coffee.
Sorry, guys, a bit of coffee. Coffee, is it ASMR?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I do need some coffee. It's been a busy day.
It's a very weak coffee. It's like looking like milk.
I was just thinking, I think I've just put too much milk in it.
Yeah, you have.
But
You're going to have to sip. What I'd do is sip and re-pour.
it's like that ASMR, do you know, when someone goes through that tapping thing on stuff and going, coffee.
Anyway, you'll probably hear lovely slurps now as well.
Yeah.
Oh no.
This isn't ASMR.
That's put on, that is, isn't it?
Sometimes I do it if it's really hot, but like...
This is a point on marriage, is that you do become used to things that annoy you, but that is one thing I'm not used to still.
Yeah, but I don't do
after
that.
9 years.
Yeah, but I don't do that very often.
You do.
You do?
I don't.
I hear you with hot chocolate all the time.
No,
right?
I drink my hot chocolate out of a spoon. Whenever I have a hot drink, I'm really weird. I don't sip it out of the mug. I use a spoon.
Yeah, but I have Virgin
I use a
Slurpee.
spoon for the whole mug and just teaspoon it into my mouth.
I mean, it lasts longer.
And you do that now as well.
Yeah, that was a habit I picked up from you.
I don't know why I do that. I don't know why, but I just get my little teaspoon, froth first, and then spoon by spoon you get your drink in. It's just nice. But I don't drink tea or coffee, and you're like, hot chocolate or chai latte. So
Anyway, we've gone off on a tangent again.
we've gone off on a tangent, but yeah, that's a marriage tip. Just you get used to these annoying little things that
But when there's
you have to learn to accept.
But when there's so many good things, it
Yeah.
overrides it. I can tell by the way you're looking at me lovingly right now that it don't matter about my slurping.
You tell yourself that. Right, anyway, apart from the riding at the weekend, we also, well, that's all we really had time for, to be honest. Chester had a bath.
I bathed him.
And you sprayed I walked upstairs and I was like, why is the toilet roll all wet?
Yeah.
I was like, maybe it's the condensation from when I've had a shower. But it doesn't normally happen. And then I watched the YouTube when I was editing it and you sprayed the shower everywhere and it went all over the
So
toilet
I thought,
roll.
I'll film a little bit of bath in Chester. And I was trying to multitask, rinsing Chester off after I'd shampooed him. And then all of a sudden, I didn't want paying attention where the shower head was actually pointed. But luckily, I moved it quite quickly.
It was pointing all over the bathroom.
Yeah.
And all over the toilet roll. Anyway, talking of that, we'll move on to the blip of the week because it's kind of connected.
Mm-hmm.
So every week, something you've done that's silly. We don't always have one, but I normally do because I make quite a lot of mistakes in life, to be honest. Or,
No, I disagree.
as someone told me, actually, there's no such thing as a mistake or a failure.
Just a lesson.
More of a learning event. It's a bit
I'd call it a
philosophical.
lesson. That would be an easier word to say.
There's always something to learn.
Hmm.
But I think that's a bit cheesy. But yeah, it
It's
kind of makes sense.
one thing I always got told when I was an apprentice was there's no such thing as problems, only solutions.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking, when my boss used to say that, I think, you idiot. You know what I mean? Just when you're looking at him thinking, that is just a grandad thing to say at the time.
How old were you?
I was 15, 16 at the time. I used to think, yeah, can't be said on the podcast.
But now you agree with it, don't you?
I do agree with it now, yeah, because I'm older.
Yeah.
But at the time, I was like, what are you on about?
When you're on a bike ride, it's a good mindset as well. And it is good for if you have anxiety, because I always think I worry about stuff and then you just think, well, any worries, there's always a solution. There is always a way around it, no matter what happens, there's always a way around. That's what I always think. Anyway, my blip of the week this week happened this morning. I had a bit of a nightmare morning. One, sat to the right of me, was having a nice lie-in.
Yeah.
Didn't hear any of this ruckus going on.
No, I didn't.
So I woke up to Chester crying by my side, which is very unusual because he's quite lazy and he doesn't normally...
He doesn't like to get up.
No, he doesn't like to get up early. He gets up if he's hungry. If he hears me go downstairs, he'll get up because he knows he's going to get his dinner. But he'd happily lie in bed till 10 a.m. if I let him.
Yeah.
So I got up and was like, why is Chester pacing round and crying? That's not normal. You didn't even hear him. You were asleep like a log. So I got up and I went to the toilet and I thought, my nostrils were hit immediately with the stench of pure dog rubbish, dog poop.
Excrement.
Dog waste. And I was like, oh, jeez, where is the bomb, basically?
Yeah.
Because one room I'm going to walk in, I was just praying it wasn't on the carpet. But obviously it was. So we've got a spare room upstairs and I was like, great, big, massive pile of dog poo.
Usually the podcast room, actually.
Yeah, it was the podcast room. So I was like, right, let's clean that up. Let the dog out. I think it's because we fed him a bit later last night.
No,
than usual. I don't know. He never ever does that. But anyway, so I let
maybe
him
he was
out.
mucking about in the garden last night.
Yeah, maybe he didn't go to the toilet when we let him out last night. It was raining when we let him out last night. So knowing him, he probably didn't go to the toilet because he's very...
Fussy,
yeah. So I was like, right, clean that up. And I was all like, oh, it's disgusting. It stinks. Then I was like, right, went in the bathroom. I was washing my face. And I don't know how I did it, but I basically had my big, nice Ugg slippers on that are quite big and chunky. So I can, crash into things quite easily with them. And somehow I managed to kick over the toilet brush in the toilet, the holder. And I do clean the toilet every week, but, the water in the bottom of there is not very nice, let's be honest. So that just went all over the bathroom floor and all over the rug. And I was like, oh, jeez. And it was just disgusting. And anyway, I've put bleach in the bottom of the toilet roll brush thing. And it's reminding me to do it more regularly. But, it was disgusting.
To be honest...
That was my morning.
I'm quite glad I missed that saga.
Yeah, I'm quite glad you did, because you probably would have been retching knowing you.
There's been multiple times in fact, there's been multiple occasions recently where I've cleaned up Chester's sick because he's got a very weak stomach, our dog.
Basically, he's a bit like me. He's lactose intolerant.
And he eats grass a lot.
And you feed him milk, and I tell you not to.
He likes it.
No, he might like it, but it doesn't like him.
So you might see on the YouTube,
Yeah.
I did actually catch it mid-shot.
Yeah.
There was another morning when I woke up and there was a mound of sick that I cleaned up without a fuss, might I add. You didn't even know it had happened.
I did, because you left the bags full of sick.
Yeah, but you didn't see it when you woke up.
You left the bags full of sick by the front door.
In the bags tied up,
and
ready
I thought,
to go
he's
out.
left them there just to show me that he's cleaned it up.
No, I didn't.
You
I actually
did.
didn't.
That little smirk on
No,
your face.
I had my hands full. I was going out to work. I had my rucksack, my boots, everything in my hand, so I couldn't carry them out.
Why didn't you put your rucksack on your back?
I don't know. You know what I'm like in the morning. I'm away with the fairies.
But yeah, you retch, don't you? Sometimes you're not very good with.
There was that situation when I bathed him, and then I had to pick it up, and I'm okay when it's colder. When it was warm,
No, you can't let it go cold. Then it like encrusts.
No,
into
I
stuff.
don't let it go cold, obviously.
Anyway, everyone listening to this probably loving this conversation. It's really disgusting.
It's a bit disgusting, really.
But yeah, that's anyway. You might have to deal with that around the world. We're probably going to get a sickness bug at some point. We're coming out both ends. You'll have to wipe me up.
I don't think I will be.
Just bringing the marriage a little bit closer. I feel like all endurance multi-day events, you're quite lucky if you don't get diarrhoea at some point.
I mean,
across different countries.
Yeah.
Everybody gets diarrhoea on holiday at some point. The abroad diarrhoea.
I've not had it.
You've never had a diarrhoea abroad, like when you go to Spain or France?
Not caused by being abroad, no.
Really?
Yeah, but I've got quite a sturdy stomach, can't I?
I feel like every time I talk about this, not that I talk about it all the time, but I feel like loads of people are like, yeah, when I go abroad, you get a bit of a dodgy stomach.
Fair, you do talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
Your family's a bit weird like that.
We're quite open in my family. What did you
Yeah, when
think?
I first met your family, I was like, this is weird thing to be talking about.
Just,
There was a lot of things I found weird,
open
but now I'm accustomed to
There's
it.
nothing to be ashamed of if you've got bowel issues.
Yeah, I'm a bit more reserved on that front.
Anyway, have you had any blips this week?
Yeah, sourdough was what I'd call a semi-failure yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So I call that a bit of a blip. And there was
It
something
didn't really rise, did it?
Yeah, but apart from that, nothing too much. I was a bit upset how it actually affected me a little bit mentally about my sourdough last night.
Yeah, you were really upset last night.
It actually did upset me, and then I was watching videos and I was like, I need to rectify it.
Because he spent £40 on
a lot of time doing
a
these.
Dutch oven, apparently, that he needs for this sourdough. Honestly, every day he's been doing this sourdough. So he cares more about this sourdough than you do about me, I think. The way you look at it each night.
That's not true.
And look at it with such excitement.
Yeah, but how did it turn out tonight?
Honestly, the one he's made tonight, it is
It's like,
amazing.
there's only two things I'd take away from this one. Little less salt and to score the top.
Yeah,
because I think that helps. Also, no, I think the actual deep score on the top is actually to help it cook on the inside slightly better.
You'll be setting up your own bakery soon.
But you can do decorational cuts as well. I am very excited about my next loaf that's inbound.
It keeps ranking up the heating as well. This sourdough is meant to save money. I think it's costing us more.
No, I never said it was meant to save money.
He spent £40 on a blooming oven dish, and then we're ranking up the heating, and then all the flour. We've got a whole cupboard full of about 8 bags of flour, and then you're making so much bread. I feel like I'm going to turn into a loaf. But we are going to freeze some, aren't we?
I froze the semi-failure one because I'll still eat it and it's still nice. Just because of the time I've put into it, but it's a little bit stodgy.
Yeah.
But the next one's going to be a game changer, I think.
Yeah. We'll move on to a bit more of a round the world update. So we do have the link ready to go live. If it's not quite out yet, then it will be out next week because I've just been sent it actually from the man that's doing it for us on Follow My Challenge. So you'll be able to see exactly where we're going to be going. And we did have a question from somebody saying, what are the exact Guinness World Record rules to mean that you can get the record? In a nutshell, it's you have to do 18,000 miles. You have to travel in the same direction. You can go up and down, but you can't go back on yourself for a significant distance. It doesn't matter if you go back on yourself a few miles.
Yeah, they're not counting like little back.
Yeah, but you can't go back because we can't go west. We have to keep going east. You have to cross 2 antipodal points, which basically, if you put a piece of string through the earth, it will cross exactly the same 2 points. So ours are going to be Wellington and what's the name? Alaios, which is near Madrid. So Wellington in New Zealand and Alaios.
Is it just AEOS?
Yeah. A-L-E something. Yeah. Anyway, it's a little village, and we are going to be staying there for a night just to make sure we definitely crossed it. And the only other rules are it's got to be 29,000 miles in total with your flights. Is that the only rules? I think so.
Yeah, and obviously you have to get witness signatures.
Oh yeah, there's stuff like that.
And
as well.
obviously it's
photos,
but that's evidential stuff.
Yeah, there's lots of evidence you have to collect, like witnesses and all sorts of things like that.
But obviously, as a pair, the drafting rule doesn't apply.
No.
So a lot of those sort of things are pretty straightforward.
Because we can draft each other. And people can ride with us. We can accept as much support as we want.
But no drafting from others. No
drafting from others, no. And there is no... I don't think there's actually a rule about drafting from others, but I don't want to draft from anyone.
No, it's just out of a more...
Yeah.
Even if there isn't, it's more of a personal...
I do not want anyone to go in front of us.
You don't want to feel like you've accepted help in that sense.
No, I don't think, to be fair, I think there probably is a rule about it, because otherwise you could just have a random ride in front of you the whole time.
Or a car sitting in front
Yeah,
of
that'd
you.
be cheating.
No headwind.
No, you can't do that. There's no differentiation between supported and unsupported, so you can get as much support as you want, but we are literally doing it, just the two of us, bike bags on our bike, but anyone that wants to help us along the way with, like, you know, giving us snacks or cheering us on or a bed for the night, we will accept.
I think the cheers as well, for me personally, are a much bigger help than people realise.
Yeah, they make a massive
because
difference.
It really brightens up your day.
Yeah.
I remember like when we've done stuff before, and you on the Tour de France specifically, the days where you saw people, it gives you such a massive boost that you don't realise, and it just eggs you on, even if it's for like 10, 15, 20 miles.
Yeah.
It helps you forget sort of...
It really does. It actually really
it's
does.
such a weird
Well, there's
feeling.
evidence about it, because I can't remember the book I was reading, but there is like research about how, you know, that's why when you're in, say you do a marathon on your own, obviously there's other factors involved, like the competitive nature and things, but if you did a marathon on your own compared to a marathon with a crowd cheering you on, you're going to run faster with a crowd cheering you on. Yeah, because it's just that mental side of it that helps so much.
The positive boost it gives you.
Yeah.
So that would be a massive fact. So any of that is appreciated.
Yeah. But obviously the only thing is we're not going to have time to, that's what I feel bad about, is that because we are trying to break a record and because it is so important that we get recovery, we're not really going to be able to stop much. It literally will just be riding.
Flying visits.
Not getting off
As
our
in,
bikes,
like,
keeping
food
going.
stops is what I'm talking
Food
about.
stops will be the only thing we stop for, because we want to finish each day as quick as we can so that we can get as much sleep as we can, and obviously get a big meal in us and keep going. So that's the only thing that's really hard. When I did Tour de France, people come out and cheer me on, and I feel really bad because I'd only literally stop for a few minutes, say hi and thank you, and then keep going, because...
Yeah, I think you had the beauty of me talking to him then.
I think people understand.
Yeah,
that.
I think it was a bit different because I could speak to him when you had to go.
Yeah.
Which made you feel like you were still...
Yeah.
Because the support you had on that was incredible.
That was really good.
And so many nice people, but yeah, so that's nice.
And we also had to have our vaccinations last night.
Not so nice.
Not very nice. Kyle had to have 5 in one go, and I had to have 4 in one go, because I had one when I did my nursing, when I was a nurse.
Hepatitis A, was it?
Hep B, I've already had.
Is it Hep B you've had? Yeah.
So we had to have hepatitis A, hepatitis B, Japanese emphysema, something or other.
Emphysema or something.
Something like that. I don't know. It's a long word. And
tetanus.
Was it typhoid or tetanus?
Typhoid, yeah.
I've already had tetanus. So yeah, we had to have them. I mean, I had 2 in one arm and 2 in the other. And my arms last night were aching so much, and I sleep on my side. And it was hurting so much I couldn't lie on my side, and I cannot sleep on my back.
Initially, I said to Amy, in the arm I had 3 in, I said to her initially, like, my arm's already starting to ache. She went, no, it won't be aching yet. I was like, no, trust me, it's already aching. And it does. It's all day today. It's
still aching now.
So I had to pick the black bin up this morning.
Oh, yeah, it is.
It's not...
I'm just putting my arm above my head. Oh, it hurts. Both sides.
Still aches, but it's not as bad as what it was.
It does really hurt. Mine does. I'm not going to be able to sleep on my side. I don't know how people sleep on their back. I know that it's
actually better for you.
Better for you to sleep on your back, because I did this sleep workshop when I was a nurse, mental health nurse, and they were saying about how sleeping on your back's the best for your back and all of this, and then I got obsessed with it, and I was like trying to force myself to sleep on my back for ages, and I just can't do it. I lie there and I'm like, I lie there, I think, right, go to sleep, and then I just don't feel comfy ending up on my side. But last night I couldn't do that, and I just did not sleep very well. You were like a log though. You can't have been hurting that much.
As in, is that a metaphor? I look like a log?
You looked like a log, and you were sleeping like one. When you sleep, you actually sleep like a baby. You start off on your side, and there's so many mornings when I wake up and you're lying on your back with both arms above your head.
That's good then.
And you look so relaxed and nice.
She's taken pictures on many occasions.
I always take photos of you doing it, and then I show you.
Yeah.
It's because sometimes it's funny because you're like, your mouth's
What
slightly
do you
open.
mean I look nice?
Because you just look, like when someone's asleep and they just look so peaceful and like nice. Just really relaxed. It's like, oh, look at him there.
It's obviously a good
Let's
sign.
wake him up with a no rest for the wiki song.
Yeah, it's a good job. It shows that I'm happy, doesn't it?
Yeah, very relaxed. Like Chester when he lies on his back. Apparently that's a sign that a dog's very relaxed in the house.
He's always on his back.
With his feet in the air. So that was fun, getting the vaccinations. But I feel like we also did the visas today, which weren't hard at all. Because
I didn't think they would be.
All of them are like just electronic things. They're not actual proper visas. So
a lot of them are Commonwealth countries though, aren't they?
Yeah, so it was all... Is that still...
Yeah, it's still it's still the Commonwealth. Australia's still part of the Commonwealth.
Is it?
That's like
when
Commonwealth
Games,
the King goes and does his Commonwealth tour.
Oh yeah, that's me being silly. But yeah, so we had the vaccinations, did all that, and all we've got left to do now is just order everything that we need off the list, keep training, and try not to get too stressed about it.
Yeah.
Because it's too late to back out now.
I was going to make a little list of stuff we need myself as well.
Yeah.
What I think could be a good idea.
And then I'll do what I think and we can combine them.
Yeah, but I can also order my own little bits, so I'm like,
what?
this will come good.
What, without telling me?
Yeah, just it's good to have two sets of minds, because sometimes one person doesn't think about.
Well, I'm going to order some little motivational surprises. You know, for when, because I think that helps when times are low. Surprise for you when we cycled home from Prague, and it did help you. In the 200-mile day when it was rain, what did I present to you at the end of the day? Can't even remember. Obviously, it didn't help you that much.
Well, it obviously helped me on the day, but
The emotional support pickle.
no, yeah, that was the day I came off.
So this lovely couple from Canada who met us at the end of Tour de France, they gave me an emotional support pickle. It's this little crochet pickle, which is, I don't know, I just find it really funny and cute. So I bought it with me in my bike bag to give to Kyle, and it made us laugh. Yeah. So the little things like that don't weigh a lot but will motivate us.
It's almost like you sort of saw me falling off.
Yeah, you needed the pickle.
Yeah, I needed the pickle. I remember being in bed that night thinking, gee whiz.
You need more than a pickle then.
I was in a pickle.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it with the planning now. The route's set. We've just got to focus on getting it done. And I'm going to reread Jenny Graham's book, Coffee First, Then the World, because it's a really good book and it'll just get me in the mood and give me some extra little tips. And yeah, just all we can do is hope that it all goes well. But I'm going to try not to just overthink it too much now, because we've got just under 3 months, which is still quite a bit of time. And I don't like the idea of wishing your life away, because I feel like sometimes if you've got something big, you're constantly thinking about it. And it doesn't even need to be something big. If you're looking forward to something or you've got something in the next few weeks, you're just thinking about that all the time and you're not actually living your life in the day that you're in. Yeah. Which I do a lot, because I'm always thinking, right, what's this? What have I got to do tomorrow? What have I got to do next week? I'm in today. I'm in this moment. Right now, I'm sat here with Kyle doing this podcast. Mm-hmm. That's all I need to be focusing on. And it's so easy just to rush through life. Like this week, I've been trying to slow down a bit, because I notice sometimes I'm just living my life like I'm late for something, but I'm not even late for anything. Like I'm scrubbing the dishes, like there's going to be a ticking time bomb going off. So I just think, right, slow down, Amy, one day at a time.
Well, though, I was thinking today, because I did a run today.
You did?
Again.
It's getting the running bug.
And did enjoy it. Although I need to learn from a lesson of getting indigestion.
Yeah, he ate a banana literally 1 minute before he went and then came back in pain.
Then it was just pain for the whole run, because it just kicks in very quickly.
I always think an hour before you run.
Yeah, I'm going to learn from that, because you can get away with it on the bike sometimes, not so much on the run.
You're moving your stomach around more on a run, aren't you?
So, anyway, I was thinking on the run today, and I was thinking, it's the first time in life where I've really enjoyed like the little bits of routine that I'm doing, like with the sourdough. It's little things like that I'm really enjoying, like, and I feel like I'm getting more done. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've got these little jobs in my head, and I'm being more productive than I've ever been.
Yeah.
Because I feel organised, and I feel like everything's coming together, like around the world. And it's just a nice feeling to be, but I'm not rushing anything. And it's nice when you're ticking those little things off in your head.
I like a list.
Yeah.
So I like.
We're both list people.
I'm a list person. In my notes app on my phone, I always have a list of like, I'll write it the night before, so that I know in the morning I can look at my list. And then I really have so much satisfaction in writing next to my, when I've done it, I write done. And then if I think of something in the day and I do it, but it's not on my list, I'll just write it on my list anyway and then add done to it straight away. Yeah. Even though I've already done it, just to, increase my list and make it look good. And then I just delete it and do another one for the next day. But like today, we've done coaching qualification work, meeting with the account. Oh, we had a meeting with my accountant this morning. Got to get one of them now. I took my gran to do the food shop, dropped my bike off at the bike shop because it needs a new headset. Did a run, walked the dog, emailed back a lovely man from Brisbane who's helping us out there. Did our visas, did a post for SIS about not restricting. Also created some tickets for Vela Bavarian, because we're going to be doing a Tour de France film showing at the bike shop on the 10th of April. So if anyone wants a ticket for that, the tickets will be on my Instagram link.
If you snooze, you lose.
Or just message me, or I'll put like a link on the
I've not seen the documentary yet, and I was part of it.
You're in it?
I'm in it.
It's like a 24-minute film. It's 2 films split, so it's like a 12-minute and a 12-minute, and then there'll be a Q&A afterwards, and we'll both be there.
Yep.
So that's at VB in, which is near Derby, basically, Milford.
Milford, yeah. Just past Belper.
I always want to say Milldale, but it's Milford.
No, past Duffield, isn't it?
Duffield and Belford, it's that sort of way. Yeah, so it's been a productive day, but I always think a list does help, and I always tell myself, I can do my best to get what's done on my list, do the important things first, and it doesn't matter because I've always got tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
But anyway.
Do you like that motivation, Kyle?
Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day. This kitchen wasn't built in a week.
No,
this kitchen was built in a long time.
Well, it wasn't actually. It was quite a quick process, but it felt like a long time.
Yeah. Sometimes the things you have to wait for are worth it.
Yeah, now we're reaping the benefits. I really do love this kitchen. I love spending time in here.
I love touching the worktop.
This is what made my sourdough thing so enjoyable.
I'm stroking the worktop right now.
Yeah, I love it. It does make all the hard work worth it. Hopefully we'll be saying the same for around the world when we get back from that.
Yeah, hopefully.
Makes all the training.
Hopefully my bum will... I just don't know if my bum's going to survive, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it.
It's all right, Santini.
I've got 3 more months to toughen it up. So...
Might start dipping my cheeks in petrol.
Oh, jeez. Got some, what's it called in the cupboard if you want that goes in the Trangia. No, it's that fuel that goes in the Trangia.
Oh, that purple fuel.
What is it? The purple stuff? I don't know. But yeah, anyway, we'll finish off with a mental health tip like we always do, even though we've kind of already given a few, really. But my tip this week, which is kind of mental healthy, but it's something I heard off a podcast again, and it made me think. When you're buying something, ask yourself, would I buy this if no one knew that I had it? And if the answer is no, then why are you actually buying it? Do you need it?
I like that.
Because
I don't think it's very often
it means that you're actually only buying something because you truly want it, not because you're doing it to show other people.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, like my bike then, would I have... Like, obviously, I'm sponsored, so I get my bike.
Yeah, but you wasn't
which I'm very
always,
looking for. But if I had the money, yes, I would buy that bike if nobody else knew I rode it because I love it.
Yeah, it's a personal thing.
It's that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I know that in the past, sometimes I'm like a handbag. I probably wouldn't buy that if nobody knew I had it because it is just a label. So then you have to think, like, it does make you think. Do you know what I mean?
I think we've all been guilty of that at some point in our lives. But trust me, since you roll over that 30 stone, then you're sort of like, oh, sod it.
Yeah.
I mean, I shaved my head the other day. But yeah, I don't really... I mean, I buy work gloves and stuff, like things that I don't want people to know that I buy.
Yeah, well, that's a necessity.
And like Dutch ovens.
But I am going to think about that. You know, when I go clothes shopping next, I'm going to be like, would I buy this if no one knew I was going to wear it? If only me was going to see me wear it? Probably would, because all my clothes I do generally like.
Yeah.
I don't buy them because I think other people like them. But I definitely in the past have worn clothes and worn stuff like at school, like your shoes and your bag at school.
Feel comfortable in.
Yeah, but you wear it because everyone else is wearing it and you feel like that's what you should do. And it's like cars, isn't it? It's like you wouldn't have that car. Would you have that car if no one knew you were driving it? If the answer is yes, and you generally love that car, like people with expensive cars, and that's great. But if the answer is no, I only drive it because other people will see me driving it, then it's like...
Yeah, it's nice to want it for yourself.
Yeah,
I think it's quite sad sometimes when people feel like they need to get something to show people what they've got.
Because then you're never,
like,
not really...
enjoy
yeah,
it.
you're not really truly happy and you're not really being your true self.
Yeah, like I didn't do this kitchen, and I was saying this to you when I was doing it, didn't I? That I didn't do this kitchen for anyone else to enjoy.
No, we haven't even had people... We've had one like little party at Christmas, but I'm not really bothered about people coming around to see the kitchen. Cause
and
it's
also
for us.
more for the fact that we don't want it ruined.
Yeah, we don't want people to ruin it because after the Christmas party, some kid did make a massive blue mark on the white wall, which I was not very happy about.
Which is easy to cover up, which I did remind you.
We need to cover it up, but I'm not going to think about that right now. Anyway, so that's just the message, really. It's just be your true self and do things for you, not for other people. Obviously, in the sense of buying things and stuff, obviously it's always nice to do nice things for the people. That, I'm not saying don't do anything for anyone else and only think about yourself. I'm saying just be your true self and don't worry about what other people think, because at the end of the day, life is too short to not be yourself and do the things you want to do for you, not for anyone else. So yeah, that was my message.
Basically, what I took from that is sod what anyone else thinks. That's what I'd say.
Would you?
Yeah.
Unless it's someone that you love. Because if I said, I don't care what you think, Kyle, I'm going to go through that flood without you and leave you there. That's not very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, it's dinner time, I think. And tonight we're having 2 separate dinners tonight. You're having that lovely... What's it called? It's the filled pasta.
It's almost like ravioli.
It's got a special name.
But it's a different...
It's pasta that's filled with a filling.
Oh, hold on.
You can actually have a look in the fridge. I think it's a sausage and ham filled one. with a
I chose that one though, didn't I?
yeah, it's with a tomato and cheese sauce.
It is
What's
called.
it called?
Oh,
Sourdough's grown again. He's gonna get hyper.
I mean, the sauce is looking good. Sun-dried tomato and pecorino cheese. Oh.
What's that called? It's
Tortellini.
Tortelloni.
Fresh egg pasta. Obviously, we all know I'm a little bit Italian.
He likes to think.
I need to actually trace my family lines because I think somewhere along those lines. Somewhere that's
Kyle
Italian.
wishes that he was Italian.
Imagine if I did actually do it, because this is going to be my next venture.
Oh no, don't start off with
Here's
the family
my family
tree.
line
No,
chasing.
I knew you were going to do this. Because we went out for dinner with Kyle's grandma and granddad, and his granddad started talking about the family tree, and I thought, don't start another obsession.
Just for context, my granddad isn't blood related.
Yeah, but if your grandma started doing her family tree, you've already got it, because you can just take it from her. You just need to do the other side.
Yeah, but
But let's just get round the world done first.
Oh no, I'm not doing it before. I ain't got time for that now.
But I do doubt there's any Italian in you, to be honest.
We'll see.
I don't think there is. I'll be very surprised if there is.
I think there's a lot of Scottish in my side of the family.
Oh yeah. Anyway, we're diverging again, and I'm having for tea a chickpea curry out the freezer.
You can keep your chickpea
that I made because
curry.
I always bulk cook everything and then freeze, and then it's just you've got some nice homemade
good word,
meals.
bulking. That's something you use for sourdough.
Do you?
Yeah, bulk ferment.
Oh jeez, everything we do is sourdough. Are you gonna have some sourdough on the side with your pasta?
I don't need double
carb up.
Maybe at the weekend.
Right, anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you're listening on Spotify, please give us a little subscribe. And if you're listening on YouTube, then tap
Also,
pinky.
whack that subscribe.
Tap that little pinky on subscribe if you want to, but no pressure. Thank you so much. TT's the FN. Ta-ta for now. Goodbye.
Ta-da.